everyone, I'm Katrina.
And I'm Ronald.
So we are the co-founders of Planet Wellness and we'd love to welcome you to our community. We wanted to share a bit about ourselves. So I'm originally from Malaysia and I've been in the UK for almost 30 years now. About 3 years ago, I published this book, Whole Truth or Half Truth. It's about my life in Malaysia and how it compares to the culture in the UK as well. So it's a very nice, easy little book that you can read, and it's available on Amazon. And in 2023, we published, co-authored this book, The Diabetes Solution. Both books have been #1 bestseller on Amazon on the day of the launch. So with this book, we actually beat the Harry Bikers and Gordon Ramsay on the day of the launch itself.
Yes.
So what has happened since is I've also been on TV presenting cooking that is easy to be prepared and served within 20 minutes. So check out our YouTube channel as well, Planet Wellness. You'll see the recordings of the cooking on TV there as well. I'll pass you over to Ronald to say a bit about himself.
Yes, I'm Australian. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I fought in the Vietnam War in 1966, a whole year in Vietnam. And I served with the 5th Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, the Tiger Battalion. And because I was the only guy that spoke French in Vietnam in that battalion, I ended up working with the Green Berets for 3 months, the US Marines for 3 months, and the 101st Airborne for 3 months. And I did that when I was 19 and a half, for a whole year, spent in Vietnam. And when I look back at the end of the year, I was quite amazed, because I was flying back on an Orion aircraft back to Darwin to go back to Australia. And I worked out, I nearly got killed 28 times from booby traps, being shot at, artillery shells, and so on and so on. And I was so happy to be alive, still alive. So then I worked in the bank for a while, but then all the way through, I started studying very advanced nutrition, very, very advanced, right? And now I've been in nutrition for the best part of 60 years. And we've helped about 38,000 people in the last 40, 50 years, 38,000 in 28 countries. And we've helped people with severe psoriasis, with cancer, with tumors, with what I call WEN, with warts, bad backs,
digestive
problems,
diabetes,
asthma, diabetes type 2, type 1, and pre-diabetic. So this book, we've got to give you a bit of background behind it, is that we're the sort of people, we don't just write the book and write nonsense. We spend about 3 years, 2 hours, 3 hours each day, going to the internet, every part of the internet to do with diabetes. Diabetes type 1, diabetes type 2, and pre-diabetic. We went to every nook and cranny in the internet. And I discovered something for those 2.5, 3 years that we did that. We discovered that so many people don't have the mindset on how to fix diabetes. And diabetes in England is in epidemic proportions. And most of these people who got diabetes, they haven't got the mindset to want to get rid of their diabetes, right? So every book we saw, every snippet of information we saw, all talked about a cookbook for this, cookbook for diabetes, cookbook for that, but it didn't explain why, right? And some of the key vegetables like bitter gourd, bitter melon, were not mentioned anywhere in most of these books or cookbooks. We're the only ones that come up with all the right foods and all the right oils and all the right mindset, and we wrote the book based on that, 341 pages, and we've had feedback like people who've had diabetes or not diabetes have got the book, they said they couldn't put the book down. 341 pages, they kept reading, it was so interesting, right? So, and we were so pleased that 2 or 3 months ago when we launched the book, we went to #1 on Amazon, and you'll notice here in that red, gold logo, it says clearly Amazon bestseller. So if you've got diabetes, type 1 or type 2 or pre-diabetic, or you have family members or friends who have diabetes, we strongly advise you to let people know to buy this book, right, and read it and implement the advice in it, and they will be so delighted for the results, right? We've already had very strong feedback that people have healed their diabetes, right, within 1 month of applying the principles in this book, right? So we've now got about 50 reviews.
Yes, 50 Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews.
We've got 50 5 stars Google, 50 5 stars in the last 2 years, right? And you don't get a review unless you're really good, right? And the results we've had have been nothing short of phenomenal. These people have gone to so many doctors and so many other practitioners, and they've never got results. But when they come to see us, because we photograph the eyes and we do iridology and sclerology, which is we photograph the eyes and we can then see 80 things that are available in the iris of the eyes and the sclera of the eyes. The iris being the coloured part of the eye, and the sclera is the whites of the eyes. Once we get the photographs, we analyse it, we put it on the computer and we put it on the side of the computer. We can then see every single organ that is of importance, and we can then recommend the right supplements, the right nutrition, the right foods, and the right mindset for you to heal your diabetes.
Or any other health problems.
Or any other health problem. We like I said, diabetes, psoriasis, asthma,
digestive issues,
acne, digestive issues, you name it, major or minor, we've been able to help people with that.
Yes. So on this roll-up banner, there's a QR code. You can scan it, and that gets you to our diary appointment system. You can book a complimentary call with us, about 15-20 minutes, and we will talk you through, give you some tips as to how you can actually help yourself heal naturally. Yeah.
And when we make the phone, when you make the phone call to us, we're not rushing you. We can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. As long as you get the right information, you can then be informative. You can be informed about how good we are, and where they can get the information to prove it. And then you can make a booking, and we look forward to changing your health pattern to so much better.
Yes, and as I mentioned before, do check out and subscribe to our YouTube channels. We've got 2 YouTube channels. One is called Planet Wellness, and we've shared various topics on health benefits of various foods, on supplements, why you should be taking them, a bit of an organic gardening, on topics of psoriasis and diabetes in particular.
Yes.
And we also started a second YouTube channel called Planet Wellness Iridology, and that is focused more on the iridology and sclerology work that we do as well. Yeah.
To expand a bit more, the very first channel we built was called Planet Wellness, 2 words, Planet Wellness. And we've achieved over 70,000 views in the last 3 years. In addition to that, we've now reached 1,090 subscribers, 1090. And the subscribers are the hardest because they get so many things thrown at them on the internet that when they subscribe, that means they've really picked you carefully, right? So we've now reached 1,000 first. And then 1,010, 1,020 is now 1,090. We're now progressing towards the second lot of 1,000. We should have 2,000 in probably by the June of this year, coming up 2024, right? That's one way. The other one is, as Patrina said, the second channel is called Planet Wellness Iridology. Okay, now and that is reached about. How many?
140
subscribers on that one, because that's for a more recent website, okay? Now, we strongly advise you, make a phone call. There's no obligation. We're not going to pressure you in anything. We just explain how we can help you. No matter what disease you've got, call us, and we'll be delighted to give you guidance on how to start your way back to being superbly healthy.
Okay, thank you for watching, and we will be in touch with you every week.
Looking forward to it.